What's up, fiends? Lucard here, and I'm back with a Black Friday haul. So this is everything that I got that's not Vinegar Syndrome, because that's going to be a whole nother video probably at the beginning of the year, because they're slow. So anyway, I do have quite a number of movies and shows and stuff that I got, so I'm going to go ahead and show it off. So first, let's start off with some thrift store goodies. First off, I got a copy on DVD of The Adventures of Baron Munchausen. There you go. A little crazy movie. I haven't seen it in years, but I do remember really enjoying the absurdity of it all. So yeah, if you've seen this one, let me know in the comments. Next up, I got a double feature from the Masters of Horror series. I really need to get them all. But anyway, this is a double feature of Chocolate and Incident on a Mountain Road by Don Coscarelli and Mick Garris, as you can see. These are two pretty good ones from what I remember. Again, it's been a while since I've watched these, but I did like most of these. These were pretty good. This was a pretty good little show. I think it was on Showtime originally or something. Anyway, really cool show. If you haven't checked those out, I believe they're on Tubi, if I'm not mistaken. And this next one I mainly got from my wife because she's a big Ghost fan. So I got a BBC. It's called Ghost Story. I'm not really sure exactly what it is. I mean, I know it's a movie, but yeah, we'll check it out. I do like a lot of the BBC stuff, so hopefully this one's pretty good. If you've seen it, let me know in the comments. And the final one I picked up was Insidious: The Red Door on DVD and digital. And yes, I've already used the digital, so I have not seen this one yet. This is I think this is the most recent one as far as I know. I think it's number 5. Could be wrong. I think it's number 5. So yeah. I'm not the biggest fan of the series. I do like it. I think it's okay. But I know my wife likes these, so I always pick them up when I see them. All right, next up, let's do some Kino Lorber. I got 4 from them. The first one I picked up was a Chuck Norris movie, Good Guys Wear Black. Again, it's been years and years since I've seen this one, and it is a slipcover with a different cover. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I always like when it's a different cover. It makes the slip mean more. In this one, he is an ex-Vietnam commando wanted by the CIA. So yeah, he's kind of a badass in this one, from what I remember. And next up, this one was really cheap, considering what this one normally goes for, so I had to pick it up. And it's the Silent Avant-Garde. This is like 20-something, I don't even know how many. So it's 20-something films on here. They're all like shorts, and they're all kind of weird and wacky and out there. So that's like my deal, right? So so yeah, so I had to pick this one up. I've been looking at this one for a while, but it was a little too expensive. So the sale finally brought it down to a reasonable price. So I went ahead and bought it. And I do have a Jean Rollin collection going on. I've been trying to pick up all of his films that have been released through Kino throughout the years. So I've added another one here, The Demoniacs. I've not watched it yet, so I don't know how good it is. But I do kind of like his weird, surreal craziness. A lot of it doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but I kind of dig it. I don't know why, but I kind of dig it. So I went ahead and picked up The Demoniacs. And this one I also got as a present to my wife. We actually watched one the other night. It was pretty good. So it's The Classic Ghost, 1970s Gothic television. So this is 5 episodes that were aired in late night TV in 1973. And they're all this sort of like Dark Shadows vibe going on, but they're more ghost stories instead of vampire stuff. So more like the early days of Dark Shadows. And yes, Susan Sarandon is in one of them. But yeah, I really enjoyed the one we watched the other night. We watched the one with Susan Sarandon, funny enough. But yeah, this is really good, and it's actually a slipcover. There you go, it's the same. But yeah, I'm quite a fan of this set. I'm looking forward to watching the rest of them. All right, next up, I ordered from MVD, the MVD shop. They usually have some pretty good deals. But but I only picked up 2 this time. So I picked up Jack Frost 2 from MVD Rewind. I have part 1 from the MVD Rewind, so I wanted to kind of keep it in the family there. But yeah, this is the fun one. It's kind of fixed, and then is the alternate cover that I like. Revenge of the Mutant Killer Snowman is the full title. This one is even goofier than the first one, if you can believe it. It's usually on YouTube if you want to watch it. But yeah, I wanted a nice, good copy of it. And now the big one from MVD that I got was the Santo box set. Yep, Santo El Enmascarado de Plata, aka the Man with the Silver Mask. And does have 8 Santo movies on it. And it is a slipcover. It's slightly different artwork. Well, colors, I guess. But it does include Santo in the Wax Museum, Santo in the Treasure of Dracula, Santo versus the Riders of Terror, Santo in the Vengeance of the Mummy, Santo versus Frankenstein's Daughter, Santo and Blue Demon versus Dracula and the Wolfman, which Pugwall and I just watched the other day, Santo and Blue Demon versus Dr. Frankenstein, and Santo and Mantequilla Napoles in The Revenge of La Llorona. So I have seen, I think, 2. Yeah, I've seen 2 of these so far. So I got 6 more to go. So I'm looking forward to these. I really like these, especially like the time frame that a lot of these are in, like the 60s, early 70s. Yeah, this is like primo Santo. This is not like the junky Santo that poor Gareth got stuck with. Sorry, Gareth. But yeah, if you like Lucha Libre and like just wacky superhero movies, like fighting Dracula and Frankenstein and mobs and all this other craziness, definitely check out Santo. It's a good time. All right, so I've been a fan of Deaf Crocodile for a while. They are a distribution company. They are in cahoots with Vinegar Syndrome, so you can get a lot of their stuff through Vinegar Syndrome. However, their stuff tends to sell out quite a bit. So I went ahead and looked on Black Friday. I went to the Deaf Crocodile website, their own website, and they still had stuff in stock. So I went ahead and bought a few. Now, no, it's no slipcovers, nothing like that. But I don't care. I'm so torn on slipcovers. Like I kind of don't care, but I do like it when the artwork is different. Does that make sense? But I'm not going to go out of my way to go get the slipcovers. Like I think that's just ridiculous. So anyway, so I picked up the movies that I wanted to see, and I was surprised they had all 3 of these because I've been wanting to see all 3 forever. So first up, I got Ilya Muromets. So this is a Russian fantasy epic. There was an English dub back in the day. I think it's called The Sword and the Dragon, and it was kind of terrible because it cut out all the good stuff. So this is completely uncut, the way it's meant to be seen, and I've been actually looking forward to this for a while. I do like fantasy movies, and this one looks incredible. So I can't wait to watch it. All right, next up is a stop motion movie called The Pied Piper. I love stop motion, and I like the director. I can never pronounce his name right. It is like Yuri Barta or something like that. Anyway, I can never pronounce the name right. But anyway, I really like Barta's work, and I've seen portions of this, and it's pretty incredible. So yeah, again, I got these like, and they were like half price what they normally were. So I got some pretty good deals here, and I'm excited to watch this one. And the big one from Deaf Crocodile that I was absolutely shocked to see in stock was The Mysterious Castle in the Carpathians. Saw the trailer a while back, and it looked absolutely bonkers, insane, glorious, and I had to have it. And of course, it sold out. And so when I happened to look, I was thrilled. So I was like, yes. I was like, I'll even pay full price. I don't even care. But it was half price. But anyway, go check out the trailer. I'm going to leave the trailer link in the description box and see how awesome this freaking movie looks. I am super stoked. to watch this. All right, and my final batch is from Hamilton Book. Now, this is 2 separate orders. I ordered one on Black Friday and one kind of right before it. So I'm kind of lumping them all together because they all kind of came pretty close, a couple days apart. So I'm going to just throw them all together. So first off, I got The Twilight Zone Season 1. This is the original show. I have Seasons 2, 3, and 4 also from Hamilton Book. So they finally put one out. So I grabbed that one. So now all I need is Season 5. And we're good. I got them all. But yeah, these are awesome. They look great, by the way. They look really good, high def. And this one actually has the unaired pilot, I believe. Yeah, rare, never before released in the U.S. unofficial pilot episode, The Time Element. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure I've never seen that one. So I'm definitely going to go ahead and watch that one pretty soon. But yeah, Twilight Zone is the original series, possibly one of the greatest shows ever created. All right, next up is an anthology film. I really liked part 1, so I went ahead and bought part 2. And it is Mexico a Barbaro 2. Yeah, the first one was really good, and this one is released through Unearthed Pictures. So I'm sure there's some super crazy stuff in this one because they release super crazy stuff for the most part. But yeah, I'm looking forward to watching this one. If you've seen this one, let me know. Let me know how it is. All right, next up, I'm adding to my Paul Naschy collection with The Beast and the Magic Sword. Yep, I've not seen this one. This is one of his werewolf movies. If you don't know, Paul Naschy is like the Lon Chaney of Spain, and so he did a bunch of werewolf movies. I have a couple collections from him, and this one was not in it, so I went ahead and grabbed this one because it was a pretty good price. So I'm looking forward to watching this craziness because all of his movies are kind of crazy too, in a good way. But yeah, so Paul Naschy, The Beast and the Magic Sword. Next up, for my Italian horror fans out there, we've got Beyond the Door 2 from Arrow. This is, of course, this is your backside. This is, of course, also known, if I can get it out, is also known as Shock. Yeah, Mario Bava directed, of course, and it is Daria Nicolodi playing a wife and mother returning home, basically, and being haunted. It's a crazy movie, and it's one of Bava's last films. If not his last film, I don't remember. It might be his last film. But anyway, yeah, really good, really crazy. It's sort of, it has giallo elements, but it's more ghosty, I guess you could say. But yeah, pretty good movie here, Beyond the Door 2. All right, next up is a slasher that is just a ton of fun, and this was definitely the right price. So I went ahead and nabbed it. It is Hack-O-Lantern. Yeah, I love that cover too. It's sort of a satanic panic slasher thing around Halloween. Yeah, if you haven't seen it, it's just a good time. If you're a slasher fan, check this one out. It's usually streaming somewhere, fairly often. But yeah, it's just a fun one. Yeah, I had to have it. All right, so I did pick up 3 Visual Vengeance movies as well through Hamilton Book, and they all came with slipcovers. I was surprised. I wasn't expecting it, but I'm okay with it. Like I said, if I get them, cool. If not the end of the world. So anyway, first one I got is Kung Fu Rascals. This is a kung fu comedy adventure craziness. It's really hard to describe. It's kind of a goofball comedy mixed with like adventurous martial arts stuff. But it is fun, and there's the alternate cover there. Now it does have this cover too. I always switch them to the other cover. Right, makes sense. But yeah, this is a fun little movie. Check it out if you like kung fu. If you like Stephen Chow and stuff like that, definitely check this one out. So this next Visual Vengeance one I have not seen, but I did watch the trailer and it looked like a heck of a lot of fun. And again, it was half price. So actually, I think it was a little more than half price. Yeah, it was a little more than half price off. Okay, so anyway, it is Vampires and Other Stereotypes. And it says on the back, in the tradition of Evil Dead 2. So I was like, yes, please. But yeah, it does look really fun. Check out the trailer. I'll probably leave that trailer in the description box there. Um, let's see. And there's the other cover. Kind of like that one. Kind of like that one a lot too. All right, and the last visual vengeance movie is a Brad Sykes film. Not the biggest Brad Sykes fan, but he did the first 3 Camp Blood movies, I think. But again, I watched the trailer, looked okay, and it has a certain person in it, which you'll see in a second. So it is Scream Queen with Linnea Quigley. So again, I got this fairly cheap, so even if it stinks, whatever. And then here's the other cover. It's the cover that you see mostly on things. I kind of like that cover a little better. But I believe in this one, she plays a like a sort of a version of herself. I think she's an actress, and killings start happening while they're filming and stuff. But yeah, so it looks like a lot of fun. Let me know if you've seen this one. And for the final Blu-ray that I got of this round, I guess you could say, I saw this and I debated about it for a little while, but I know that it goes out of print pretty quickly for the most part, so I wanted to nab a copy, and I did grab Caligula, the Ultimate Cut, from Draft House Films. There's Malcolm and Helen there. I've seen about half of the movie before, and it's just a weird movie. It's a weird, crazy Roman whatever. But anyway, yeah. So I went ahead and picked it up because I know probably in a few months it'll probably be hard to find, like it usually is. Every release I know, just after a couple of months, it's just gone. So I went ahead and picked this up because it was, again, a pretty decent price, and I'm surprised Hamilton Book had it, and I was like, all right, I guess now's the time. So I went ahead and nabbed it. So there you go. That is my Black Friday haul, minus the Vinegar Syndrome stuff, which I will probably eventually do a video of that when I get it, because I did order a few things from them. So anyway, which one is your favorite? Which ones have you seen? Which ones do you like? Which ones do you not like? Let me know all that in the comments below. And until next time, adios, Bela Lugosi.